Coming up, find out how getting a parking ticket can help you save money and do a good deed at the same time.
And what you can do to become a Santa for children in need this year.
Plus, learn how to play drums in 2 minutes or less.
Weaver State News starts now.
Welcome to Weaver State News. I'm Andrea Peterson.
And I'm Zach Russell. Bright green envelopes have students emptying their wallets. Derek Scouten tells us how to get rid of those dreaded parking tickets.
Here at Weaver State, students know that finding a good parking place is easier said than done. And even when you do find a good parking place, as you can see here, they don't always stay good. But for the Christmas season, we have a way that you can take care of these tickets without having to pay for them.
They donate an item to the bookstore, they deliver it to the bookstore, the bookstore gives them a voucher from the Fill the Sleigh event where people donate for the homeless in the area, and they come here and we waive up to 1 ticket with a maximum of $30 value, basically.
It's here at the bookstore that students can make these donations. Now, the bookstore isn't going to be accepting these donations until December 7th, but starting on December 7th, you can make these donations throughout the month of December. For Weaver State News, I'm Derek Scouten.
There are specific items being requested in order to receive a ticket voucher. These items include diapers, paper towels, hygiene items, canned food. Take your donations to the Ogden or Davis campus bookstores.
The Weaver School District Foundation held the Christmas Tree Jubilee last week. The event helps raise money by selling Christmas trees that are decorated and donated by the members of the community. The money raised is used to purchase hearing aids, wheelchairs, and other metal equipment for children with disabilities in the Weaver School District. One woman we spoke to has been decorating trees for 7 years and loves them being sold.
I have to come the first morning after the sale of the night before to see if it's sold or not. And when it did, then I'm just so excited.
Well, I can tell you right now, this year we will break all records.
The Jubilee has grown a lot since it started 29 years ago. They have outgrown 2 locations and more trees than ever before.
Christmas trees of all kinds fill the Union Building. Brandon Lamb tells us why these trees are bringing so much joy.
For a few years now, Weaver has had the privilege to help those in the community during the Christmas holiday. Mike Moon, Assistant Director of the Community Involvement Center, explains.
This is the Christmas Tree Bridge. It's sponsored by the Community Involvement Center. Students are able to, or student groups or departments, staff groups, faculty groups are able to adopt a tree, which means decorating it, and the trees are being donated this year to the Weber State University Sub for Santa program.
Jessica Lott from the Automotive Department told us it was their first year being involved.
I figured since we are automotive, we might as well tie in our industry and have a little fun with it. We took some spark plugs out of a General Motors engine and drilled some holes in those to hang on there. We have some blinker lights. We have some springs from the motor. We have some valves. We have fuses. And then to add a little fun to it, we put matchbox cars on there for the family.
Juna Guy from the Non-Traditional Students Center Department helped design their tree, which is going to the Sub for Santa mothers.
We decided to put more of the toys on there, friendly things for the children, you know, like these nice pop-up elves and Santas for the kids.
From snowmen to yo-yos, Santa to Jesus, there are trees of all kinds decked out this year. However you see Christmas, this year's holiday is going to have a few more smiles thanks to the groups from Weber State. For Weber State News, I'm Brandon Lamb.
I like seeing all those decorative trees, but I must admit I like seeing snow on the streets even more.
Absolutely. Let's go to Jana for the weather to find out when that snow will be falling.
That's right, we're going to get some snow here in a while. Let's look at our national weather right now. We have a storm that's coming down from the north, and it's coming through. The Midwest is getting some snow and stuff right now. Coastal, it's clear, so that's going to be coming into Utah. We have some cloud cover right now. Right now, we have a little bit of moisture that's coming through. Logan, Ogden, Salt Lake, we're going to be getting some high weather wind that's coming this afternoon, bringing in the storm, and that'll be tonight, and then it'll come on over. And then for our 7-day forecast, Wednesday we have a snowstorm tonight coming in. It's going to be windy tomorrow, and then for the rest of the week, we're going to see some sun. And back to you, Andrea.
Thanks, Jana. The weather's been getting pretty cold. Waiting online on Black Friday was freezing.
You're crazy. I don't know why anybody goes out shopping in that cold. Is it a girl thing?
A lot of people are way into it. Morgan Wilkins introduces us to a family that not only made it into a tradition, but a sport.
For over 30 years, the women of the Donaldson family have been going shopping the day after Thanksgiving. They've become so good at it, they now call themselves the U.S. Olympic Shopping Team. Millions of people go shopping every year on Black Friday. They line up in the early hours of the morning just to get the best deals on the hot Christmas gifts of the year. While this seems crazy to some, it is a tradition the Donaldson women have had for years.
It's been years and years ago. We didn't have any malls here in Ogden or anything, so me and my mother and my one sister, we'd go to Salt Lake and do shopping.
The planning for their shopping trip begins as soon as Thanksgiving is through, but not before it's cleaned up. Once the ads come out, the planning and the list making begins. For some members of the family, this is an event they've been participating in since they were young.
How many years? I don't know. Like 20?
Other members just married into it.
I married into the family 11 years ago, and this is my first year, so they've been talking me into it every year since then.
Going in such a big group makes not only standing in line better, but the experience as a whole. Plus, they also are able to get what they need a lot quicker.
And if you go with the group, then you help each other, like, you know, Amber found like 2 of the 5 things I was getting.
Being in such huge crowds, it can be hard to find each other, but they take care of that by wearing the same shirts.
There were so many of us for a while, we started getting a sweatshirt.
The day starts early.
I got up at 2:45. Yeah, same.
And ends late.
Oh, midnight.
Like 5 to midnight? But for the U.S. Olympic Shopping Team, it is an event they look forward to.
I have an excited anxiety leading up to it for months.
The women tell me they got home a little earlier than in years past. Instead of midnight, they were home by 8:45. Reporting from the studio, Morgan Wilkins for Weber State News.
When each member of the group finishes up their own family, they start shopping for a family in need for Christmas.
That's really cool.
I think it's a really fun way to give back. Well, up next, we'll take a look at video games that could bring the end of the world upon us.
And a recap of the best steeplechase falls of all time.
Plus, we'll teach you a sick beat on the drums. It's all coming up on Studio 76.
Oh my God!
Do you have a problem with your friends driving recklessly? With your friends endangering your life? I'm here to tell you that reckless driving is the #1 cause of teenage deaths. But with new and improved Slow Down, you don't have to die.
He's right. We should slow down.
In the real world, there is no spokesperson to prevent reckless driving. There's only you. Speak up.
Kim, pay attention.